So, I was a homeless guy in New York City, just like over 100,000 other people. And one day, walking down the street, I saw a clown eating from the trash. Literally, a man dressed up as a clown with the wig and the makeup, and it looked like he had hit the jackpot. Like he had found a bunch of tasty burgers while dumpster diving. And I just couldn't stop staring. And when our eyes met, he made a gesture, inviting me to eat with him. So I joined him. I thought, why not? You know, when you're homeless, you can't be too picky. And New York is a big city. We see every type of homeless people. So I didn't mind that this one was a clown. I just thought it a little weird, but it's okay. So I joined him, grabbed a burger, some fries, and started eating. And it was really good. It looked like a whole family just gave one bite at their sandwich and threw it away. But then he said with this weird, kind of goofy clown, freakish voice that I wasn't expecting.
New York City's trash is delicious because it has lots of ketchup.
And then he proceeded to ask me if I wanted to be his assistant at a birthday party later on the day. And I found it quite strange, but he quickly convinced me when he said that the party was in a fancy building that would pay very good money. Then he handed me a worn backpack, and inside of it there was a full clown's outfit with the nose and the wig and the makeup, everything. And he told me to get ready, so I went to an alley and changed. And then I used the rear mirror of a car to put on the makeup, and then we head on to the party. And when we got there, I didn't know what I had to do, but it seemed like I didn't have to do anything because the children they simply loved that clown. They were laughing non-stop. Literally, the children laughed and laughed, and they fell to the ground and rolled and fought to breathe between laughters. And when it was time for the happy birthday song, and the parents started to try to get the children together to sing, but they just wouldn't stop laughing. And the kids, they were already red and they were starting to turn purple. And the parents were getting very angry and they were asking me what was happening, and I didn't know what to say. I mean, I didn't know what to do. But the parents, they just started pulling their children by the arm and shaking them and yelling at them, threatening to punish them if they didn't stop laughing. But it was useless. The children just laughed harder. Then one of the parents grabbed the clown and started shaking him and screaming, threatening him. "What did you do to my son? Answer me, goddammit!" But the clown, he just laughed and laughed and laughed, and the parents were all crazy, angry, screaming with hatred. Then that parent threw the clown on the ground, picked up one of the metal chairs, and hit the clown right in the head. And the clown just laughed some more. At that point, the other parents joined in and they all started kicking and stomping on the clown. And his laughter started to fade away, muffled by the sounds of kicking and stomping and bones cracking and the screams of fury from the parents. And then suddenly it all stopped. Everyone stopped. The children stopped laughing, the parents stopped screaming, and everybody was just looking at the motionless and broken body of the clown. And everything was dead silent for that moment. But it didn't last long because after the creepy silence, what was laughter and angry screams became uncontrollable crying and panic screams, and the mothers were hurrying to pick up their crying children and covering their eyes so they wouldn't see the horror. And in the background, I could hear the sounds of sirens. One of the mothers had called the police, and the police came in and took me and all the parents to the police station for questioning. And I told them what had happened, and they just let me go. But I asked the officer who that clown was, and he said that it was a homeless man that was known to that precinct, but they had never seen him dressed as a clown before. And that night, I slept horribly. I had nightmares about the clown's face, and I kept hearing the laughter. And in the morning, when I saw my reflection passing a window store, I got a fright because I had forgotten that I was still dressed up as a clown. And my first thought was that I need to wash up, I need to change my outfit. But then a delicious smell hit me, coming just from a nearby trash can. And suddenly I realized I was starving. My stomach was growling, and I could hardly believe it when I saw a complete fast food meal with nuggets, fries, hamburger, and ketchup. Lots of ketchup. Barely touched in that trash can. And I began to eat frantically. And then I noticed that underneath there was a worn down backpack, and when I picked up and I looked at it, I realized that it was the same backpack that the clown gave me the day before. And I looked inside, and there it was, the wig and the outfit and the nose, the makeup, everything was there just like yesterday. And I was mesmerized looking at it. I didn't even see it coming when another homeless dude just came to me and asked if he could eat with me. But before I could answer him, my mouth just started moving on its own.
Sure, come, come. New York trash is super tasty because it has lots of ketchup. What do you think about making some money today? I have a fancy birthday party to go to, and I could sure use an assistant. You just have to put it on this costume and come with me. And if you like it, like it and subscribe.